If you're looking for an automatically viral tweet, consider mocking age-old Jewish practices as, quote, fooling God. And while it's safe to assume that the question was not asked in good faith, I feel like the subject is an interesting and important one to consider both for Jews and serious thinkers. So let's have a look.
We listen and we don't judge. On Shabbos, I am not allowed to turn on or off a light, but I can use this Shabbos lamp by simply lifting the shade or closing it because I am doing it manually.
That video continues with more things that appear like loopholes but are actually completely permissible when you know the original why of all of the prohibitions. So these are obviously cheap shots and shouldn't be thought of too deeply. It's like me mocking an Islamic person for eating beef bacon. But I think on a more essential level, the following point is important. Judaism, unlike a lot of pop religion, is a law-first philosophy. Only from the law do we derive the vibes. Now, don't get me wrong, the vibes are important, and one should strive for them constantly. It's just that between the vibes and the law, it's the law that sets the tone. Whereas many practitioners of other religions have it the other way around. There's a general vibe that they're going for, and from that vibe, they try to find particular laws for life. In most cases, a vibes-first approach will cause a person to be lax in their observance, but because the observance isn't anchored to a law, there are instances where the vibes lead someone to be unnecessarily strict. And now apply that discrepancy to this discussion. When you hear God doesn't want Jews to ignite light, a vibe follower says, hey, darkness is clearly the desired end result. But when you study the actual law, it becomes very clear very quickly that it's the ignition that's the problem. And the same could be said for all the alleged loopholes. A lot of great Jewish mysticism and philosophy on this subject is tied to the Jewish people's response to God offering them the Torah with the quote, Na'aseh v'nishma, which means we will do and only then will we understand.